Hey, good morning, everybody. It is the day that we have been waiting for here as Hurricane Francine continues to move this way. Well, actually, a little to the southeast of us, but it looks like we are going to see some rain and wind, as we are already seeing in parts of the area right now. Toledo Bend, it was a little more raucous earlier, but they definitely have those showers still falling out that way. Not a great day to be out on the water for sure. And then here at home, we're not seeing, here at my home at least, Alexandria, we're not seeing much going on right now. Just light traffic because the school's out, and 73 degrees, dew point 72. It's really humid out there, and just has that tropical feel as Francine continues to hold its own out there. This storm, you can see there is some southwesterly shear. Notice how those clouds are being shoved on from the southwest to the northeast. We're seeing those tops kind of fanning out up into Mississippi and Alabama, even back here toward central Louisiana. But this storm appears to be holding its own, but not strengthening right now. They have two airplanes in there. They are not missing a detail on this one, as the center of Francine continues to churn up the water south of Marsh Island, Vermilion Bay. I think the worst of the storm surge is going to be Vermilion Bay out toward Fourchon and Grand Isle. And I posted that, and I know a lot of you saw this. We have a surge camera. The guy that actually installed all my cameras around here, the ones at Toledo Bend and Natchitoches and all that, he actually puts up these portable surge cameras, so it's going to be a really interesting thing to follow and see how things are going at Grand Isle. I know a lot of you visit there. Some of you have places, or maybe Dad has a place down there, something like that. Well, you can now watch everything going on there at Grand Isle as long as they have, I don't know, they probably put backup power on it if I know Brett, because he thinks of all those things. So there's your rainfall. Now we have that area up here that we've seen basically stretching, and let's go in closer and just show you that. This area of thunderstorms, wait a second, where'd you go? Oh, I see what I did. Frame got screwed up. There we go. Hey, there it is. So you can see that heavier batch of rain now from Catahoula and LaSalle through Grant, Southern Natchitoches, and Sabine Parish. So these showers, they are pretty heavy. This is caused by that system out west that's interacting with this tropical storm, or this hurricane, as it continues on toward the northeast. And we're seeing a little pouch of upward motion created by that jet stream that has started to pick up Francine. So what we're going to see here, I think, is more rain fill in across the area today. So rain is not over with here in Alexandria. I'm up to about 2.7 inches since yesterday. I know Tom had that out in Pineville yesterday, so he's probably approaching 4 inches from what he saw last night there. And then those showers, the heavier rain, all that stuff now coming up through Vermilion Bay, seeing that rain over into New Orleans. It's up along I-10, so not a good day to travel southeast. I think you know that by this point. So now we can go in and take a look at the forecast path on Hurricane Francine. Here is the history. You can see it kind of took a little crooked path there, and then just kind of wobbling up toward the northeast, and here it goes. Looks like we'll see landfall in Vermilion Bay later on today, probably by mid-afternoon, early evening, and then that's going to continue to kind of turn toward the left, turn toward the north as it makes landfall, as it combines with that trough out to the west. I think that keeps most of the heaviest rain east of 165, but again, we are going to see that northwestern flank produce some pretty hefty rain totals as well. So a couple inches. I mean, it's not something that's going to cause major flooding problems, but we are going to see rain area wide today. Showers, maybe a thunderstorm, mostly just showers here, because these tropical systems in the outer bands, we certainly can see storms, but when we're not seeing that daytime heating out here, I don't think we get enough instability to get widespread storms, and the severe threat's really low in our area. So here's your wind gust. This is the all-important wind gust map from the HRRR. Let's go through it and see what we have coming up for the area today. 25 to 30 till about 3 o'clock. I think we'll get some gusts approaching 40 miles per hour in southeastern Rapides Parish. It might shake a limb or two loose, but obviously not nearly as bad as what we were thinking initially when this was all developing. And then you can see Homa over 80. Mainly the eastern half of the area seeing these more significant wind gusts out of this system. So southeast Louisiana, yeah, you're going to see power outage problems, probably from Lafayette through New Orleans, obviously south of there. And then I think all the way right up the Mississippi River into Mississippi, Jackson, maybe even like Vicksburg could see some of that. And then Hattiesburg, coastal Mississippi and all that, going to see some issues, not only with the storm surge along the coast, but with those very strong winds. Actually, I'm already seeing some wind gusts approaching 90 miles, actually exceeding 90 miles per hour here offshore of eastern Cameron Parish. Now, it's not sustained, but those are gusts, so we are seeing some very strong wind. Severe threat is to our southeast. Notice we're not even in the general thunder area, so any rain we see today should be free of severe weather in our area. And here's what it's going to look like. This is the HRRR model for today. We're just going to take it out about 15 hours. The showers and storms going to just kind of pinwheel around that center. If we see this move a little bit further to the left, we could see more rainfall, but regardless, I do think we're going to see some decent totals across the area. Even if you are closer to the Texas border, we're already seeing those heavy rain showers up that way. And they've actually put this into the model stuff here, into the WPC forecast. Another inch to maybe 2 inches up into the northern part of the area. That dry slot is going to work into southwest Louisiana. So less rain perhaps in Lake Charles than up in Manny and Natchitoches. Down to the southeast, that's where our primary band of rain is going to go, 5 to 7, maybe 10 inches in some isolated spots near and just east of that landfall, where they're going to be dealing with the main problems from Francine. But after this gets out of here, and it's going to get out of here later today, I think tomorrow looks much different, much better for us. 83 degrees, some morning rain is possible tomorrow. And then Friday and Saturday are great, so we warm up, dry things out. I don't think we're going to be dealing with major power interruptions in our area, again, apart from perhaps parts of St. Landry and eastern of Voiles Parish. You're kind of on that fringe there where you could see some scattered power outages. And then we're back to just kind of a late summer, early fall pattern here with temps in the upper 80s to near 90 and some scattered storms. Now, let's actually look beyond this, because we can do this now. We have above normal temperatures, probably upper 80s, low 90s into the end of September, and nothing showing up in the tropics. So after Francine here, and I'll put Francine back up there front and center, we'll do the radar. After this moves through, we have other stuff out in the tropics we're watching, but it's out in the Atlantic. When I say I'm watching it, with this, I was plugged into every single bit of data that came in. I'm stalking the airplanes that are flying through it and everything. That stuff way out there, it's probably going to just continue on toward the northwest and just stay offshore. So we're not really worried about that one. But for today, we are most certainly concerned for our folks down south as Francine continues up from the south to the northeast, and we're going to see a Category 1, I believe. I don't think we're going to see much strengthening. When the airplane was in there earlier, they found that the vortex was tilted. So what that means is if you have a stacked up vortex there, you have that eye that you see, on satellite, on radar. We see the eye right here, but it's filled in on satellite. So it's kind of tilted. That wind shear's working on it. That means to me that we're not going to see rapid intensification, and probably not going to see much intensification at all as this approaches, with that wind shear increasing. So we'll see rain, but I don't think we go beyond where it is right now, which is borderline Category 1, 2. It's a serious situation, but it's good to not see that rapid intensification as this approaches, especially such a sensitive area like southeast Louisiana, where we have some barrier islands that are always at risk with these things. And of course, New Orleans being below sea level, we know the issues there. So let's see, making sure I don't have any. Yes, the Grand Isle camera is, the surge camera is up there. I put that one, it's in the links. Yeah, it's on the last post I did. But yeah, locally today, lots of rain in the area. Going to be a gray day, going to be below 80. We're going to see the breeze kick up, maybe 30, 35 miles per hour, but that's about it. Off to the east, you go 50 miles southeast, you go into St. Landry Parish, eastern of Voiles, maybe those winds gust a bit higher, and you do see a power outage or two, but I don't think any real big widespread problems locally. Let's see. Mississippi, going up the Mississippi. I think the worst of it's going to stay east of the Mississippi. We'll see plenty of rain, but I don't see this causing massive flooding issues, mainly because it's moving pretty quickly. It's accelerated up to, I believe, 12. Let's see. Yeah, northeast at 12 right now and accelerating on approach here. So with this thing moving like 15 miles per hour as it makes landfall, I think we'll see those 5 to 10 inch totals, but we basically saw that like a week ago across parts of the area. So yeah, that rain that fell combined with this is going to cause some issues, but this is mainly going to be down here in the southern area of the Mississippi River Basin, so I don't think we're going to see long-term flooding. If we saw it all the way up there with real heavy rain up through St. Louis, which they may see a couple inches, then maybe yes, but this time of year, no, I'm not too terribly concerned about that. Yeah, but anywhere along the coast east of this path from Marsh Island through Mobile, maybe out toward Destin, even could see some storm surge, a couple feet or something like that. So on that eastern side, that's where things are going to kind of stretch out and cause some severe issues, as well as some flooding along the coast. But the worst of this one is going to be from Vermilion Bay over toward around Venice, Louisiana. That's where we're going to see the surge flooding at its peak. I think especially as we get in toward Port Fourchon, Grand Isle, and Marsh Island, anywhere in between there, that's where we're going to see that. But that, I believe, is it for me today. Not even going to do the parish by parish anymore because it's just kind of rain and a little breeze, especially off to the east right now, and as the lion's share of this continues on to the east. But I will be updating things through the day and have that surge camera link up for you. You can check in on that and see what's going on. But looks like we have dodged the worst of this, although we will most certainly see some rain and wind for today. I'm going to get out of here, guys. Stay safe. Don't travel to the southeast. Watch the surge camera if you want to really see what's going on down there in Grand Isle. And that's about it for me. I will see you back here hopefully tomorrow. Hopefully nothing requires me to jump on later on today. See you later.